Sales Engineers, the podcast where two middle-aged sales engineers talk shop and try to stay relevant in a world that increasingly thinks we're just fancy PowerPoint operators.
Well, speak for yourself, mate. I prefer to think of us as translators, converting technical jargon into plain business value. And maybe making people laugh along the way.
Fair enough. I'm Alan, coming to you from America, the land of excessive optimism and bottomless coffees.
And I'm Mark, and I'm bringing you a little bit of British skepticism and, let's be honest, the better accent.
And today we're tackling strategic alignment, how to make certain that the daily grind of tasks, projects, and deliverables actually connects to the broader business goals and strategy.
In other words, how to keep your project teams from chasing every shiny project while the executives seem to keep changing the goalposts.
Exactly. And along the way, we're going to show how the right project portfolio management tools, real tools, not spreadsheets, can help bridge that gap.
All right, then, let's break it down.
All right, let's start with the elephant in the room. Why is strategic alignment so hard? Why is there a gap between leadership and execution?
Because, Alan, leadership is often focused on outcomes, market share, revenue, and the execs love to talk about vision and North Stars, while the teams are just trying to survive the week and hit the relevant week's deadlines.
Right. The C-suite talks about hitting a, quote, 20% effective gain by quarter 4, and the project team is over there thinking, cool, does that mean we finally get a second monitor?
Spot on. And this disconnect happens because strategy is often abstract, while the daily work is, well, painfully real.
This is exactly what happened with Rosa. She's a creative business lead at a marketing firm, known for bold campaigns and a loyal customer base.
But recently, Rosa hit a wall. Her team had 44 active projects. No prioritization, no clear direction, and not nearly enough resources.
Enter Derek, a portfolio manager who's known for getting into the weeds and being a real advocate for business users.
Derek worked with Rosa to understand the root of the chaos. The projects weren't aligned with any strategic roadmap. They were just reacting to requests as and when they came in.
Step 1 was visibility. Derek used the PPM solution to help Rosa map each of the projects to a specific business objective.
As you can see here, you can map out strategic goals and align them with real project work. So teams don't just feel like they're ticking boxes.
From there, they used scenario-based planning to model different paths. What happens if we delay this campaign? Or what if we prioritize this product launch instead of the other?
That kind of insight gave Rosa the clarity she needed. Her 44 projects dropped to a manageable 14, all aligned to company goals.
Now that we've talked about the why, let's get into the how. Setting goals that don't sound like they came from a corporate buzzword generator.
Ah, yes, the old enhanced operational synergy for sustainable growth nonsense.
Right. Look, if your project goals aren't clear, no one's aligning to them. You need SMART goals. SMART, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Definitely not vague. You need something actionable.
Exactly. Telling a dev team to improve efficiency is like telling my kids to clean their room. Nothing ever happens.
But if you say reduce deployment errors by 15% over the next 2 months by automating regression testing, wow. Now that's something we can work with.
Rosa and Derek use the tool to turn those high-level themes into specific KPIs. Increase campaign conversion rates by 12% in Q3, for example.
With those goals in place, every project could be weighed against them. Does this project contribute? And if not, why are we doing it?
And this is where project management tools shined. The software made it easier. Strategic themes, corporate objectives, KPIs, all connected and visible in one single platform.
And as you can see, you can break down these strategic themes into tangible KPIs or goals, allowing you to measure the impact of the work. So teams really know what they are delivering is making a positive impact on the business. Now, even with clear goals, you need feedback loops. Otherwise, you're flying blind. Strategy isn't static. Things change all the time. And that's why real-time feedback is crucial.
Which, to be fair, is how most projects feel anyway.
True. And when teams don't get ongoing updates on how they're tracking towards KPIs, they can't adjust.
This is where dashboards, reporting, and regular check-ins actually help.
Right. And if your team only hears about a missed goal after the quarter ends, it's too late.
It's like realizing halfway through the road trip that you've been driving in the wrong direction because no one checked the map.
Happens to the best of us, my friend.
Maybe you, mate, but I've got GPS these days.
Well, so do I, but sometimes even Google can't keep up with how fast things change. And that is the point. Whether it's a road trip or a project portfolio, if you don't have real-time visibility, you're bound to drift off course.
Exactly. That's what Rosa's team discovered. Once they'd started using dashboards and live reporting to track progress against their KPIs.
Right. Weekly scenario reviews help them spot bottlenecks early. If a campaign slipped or a dependency wasn't resolved, they knew it before it became a crisis.
Derek's approach wasn't just about planning. It was about monitoring and adjusting. That's what kept the momentum going. So, there you have it. Strategic alignment is about visibility, clear objectives, and continuous feedback.
And with the right tools, you can make sure your teams aren't just busy, they're actually making an impact.
Before we go, if you enjoyed this episode, hit subscribe, leave us a review, or send us a message.
Thanks for joining us on Two Sales Engineers. So until next time, keep prioritizing,
Keep smiling,
and keep your projects
strategically aligned.